Thank you, Mr. Williams, for taking the time out to let me interview you. To get started, can you please tell me a little bit about yourself?
All right, I am from Durham, North Carolina. Went to Southern High School, graduated from Southern High School. After I left Southern High School, I went to college, to a junior college in California for 2.5 years. I was in Southern California, so it's about 30 minutes from LA. That's where I pretty much got the base of my education, or my college education. After I finished at the school in California, which was called College of the Canyons, I came back and I became a lead teacher in the classroom for 3 to 5 year olds. I left that job to become a full-time student. I was only able to work part-time, working at the daycare. So I started working here as a aspiring Eagles counselor in 2005. Then I worked in the main office as a counselor. Then I went to grad school. I was the administration assistant for the Department of Human Sciences. Then I became an instructor. I have 4 siblings. Both of my parents are still alive. I'm married. Hope that we have some kids this year, next year.
Oh,
I want 3 kids.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy working with little kids or?
I really don't enjoy working with little kids. Actually, I found that out when I interned in my course, which was FCSC. I was a BK major when I first started out here, so I thought I wanted to work with small kids, and so we had to take the 3 1-hour practicums, and so I actually did my internship in a infant classroom, and I found out that I don't want to work with small kids. I mean, I want kids, but I don't want. My passion isn't behind working with small kids.
What made you choose this field?
This field actually chose me. I really didn't plan on, like I said, I wanted to be a birth through kindergarten. I was a birth through kindergarten major. I wanted to be a teacher at first, but then after interning, I found out that I didn't want to work with small kids. I met with Dr. Parker, who pretty much helped me change my major, gave me some insight on different jobs that I can do, being a child development and family relations major, meaning that it could be more broader across the board. And so basically that's it.
Did anyone inspire you?
Yes, my parents inspired me. And then I had a mentor, which I said was Dr. Parker. She was my mentor through undergrad and grad school. My parents were an inspiration basically because I'm the first to graduate with a college degree on both sides of my family, not just in my immediate family, but on both sides of my family. So that inspiration and support that I had from my parents, encouraging me to pursue and further my education was definitely the inspiration. And then I got a mentor when I got here, which was Dr. Deborah Parker, who's now the dean. She mentored me through undergrad and grad, times that I felt like giving up. She basically let me know that I could still do it. Giving up was not an option. So yeah, that was definitely my inspiration.
Why did you choose to come back to this university and teach?
Like I said, this university pretty much chose me. It really did. I really wanted to work at C.A. Dillon. I have a passion for at-risk youth, and I wanted to work at the juvenile prison. Like that has always been a dream. Not my dream job, but it's always been a dream for me. And I defended my thesis, and they offered me a job then. Upon the same day I defended my thesis, they was like, "We want you to come back and work," and I still turned them down. I was like, "Nah, I don't want to teach on a college campus," Then they showed me how much money I would be making. Being 25 years old, 26 years old, coming in could be a professor at 26, 27. Like I didn't expect myself making that much money. So money motivated me, actually. But this job, it chose me. I didn't really choose this job.
How did you prepare yourself to achieve your goals?
Um, I prepared myself by, I guess, hanging around students who were much smarter than me, learning from others. Believe it or not, I like group work. That's why I think I do a lot of group work now, being an instructor, because I just feel that you can always learn from other people. So that was part of it. Just learning better study habits, um, across the board once I started college. That was basically it.
What do you like most about teaching as a career?
Um, I love the classroom. I like the flexibility of being able to teach on a college campus. Um, just seeing students grow from one level to another level. Um, some of the students that we've had in this department, I've taught them when they were freshmen or sophomores. So just seeing that development from the standpoint of them being a freshman to a senior now, or a sophomore or a junior.
Can you summarize your philosophy of education?
Um, Basically, my philosophy of education is pretty much to challenge each student to their full potential. Um, I believe that students should have the freedom to express themselves in the classroom. That we can learn from each other from that. Knowing the student's weakness and their strengths, to me, helps me to be a better educator. Um, and I believe that, like I said, group work and building cohesiveness among groups is, what set aside students from, um, I guess, from going from one level to the next level. So my ultimate goal is to see, I guess, students progress or change from one level from when we first started school to to the end of the semester, seeing the growth of the students. So that's basically my education.
What do you think are the most important attributes of a good instructor?
Um, uh, I would say basically um, setting the standard from day one of your classroom. You always have to let students know that you feel where they're coming from, but at the same time, you want to set a standard to let them know that it's your classroom. Um, Being available, answering emails. I believe that although we're also teaching, this is still we're still in some form of customer service. And so customer service is, at any job, is what takes you from one level to
Can you describe the worst lesson you've taught and what you learned from it?
another. I guess the worst lesson I could say was probably my first semester. Um, Never taught on a college campus, and so being 26, going into 27, newlywed, teaching students that were my age or some older than me, I guess that would be the worst experience I had. Just not being prepared as a college professor. It was definitely different from, I guess, preparing for high school or middle school thing. So I learned from that semester um, because basically I wouldn't say I was soft, but I let students get away with a lot of
Um, what is the most difficult aspect about teaching today?
um, I think it's for me it's the maturity level of some students. Um, I think it's hard for students to transition from high school to college, and so um, to me it's just difficult to reach these students who are just in the new age trying to transition from high school to college.
So would you say that's how the students have changed since you've been teaching?
I can say that. Also, technology has changed. You know, when I was coming up in school, you were not allowed to use cell phones. You know, it wasn't a lot of electronics in the classroom, and now you know most classrooms have smart boards, and you know they allow you to use technology, and so it's kind of difficult to distinguish whether a student is texting on Snapchat or whatever the case versus you know recording a lecture. So yeah, that has changed. Technology has changed, so you have to move with the new wave, I guess.
Um, if you could, would you change your career? Why?
Definitely changed my career. Um, don't get me wrong. I love my advising piece um, more so than I love the teaching in the classroom, and basically because I get to know students on a different level here. I get to know their personal, what's going on in their personal lives. You know how I can assist them after. You know, if I had to change my career today, it would definitely be cooking or um, I don't want to own my own restaurant, but maybe like a small hut, or I guess since the food trucks is the new wave or something like that. But cooking is definitely my passion. Culinary school opened up new opportunities. I believe that the field is broader for chefs because people have to eat wherever you go. So it's always a need for food wherever you go. So I just not that I don't love it, but if I could change my career, if I could turn around and be 18 or 19 years old again, I would. I would definitely change.
Do you have any advice for me or other students in this field?
My advice for students in this field and you yourself, basically, is to, um, I would say, I would say, get a mentor. First of all, get somebody that you can actually go and talk to, and that you could seek counsel from, and somebody that you would respect. Another thing is to volunteer. Start early because across the board you have um, thousands of schools with the same degree, and so you want to see pretty much what sets you aside from other students. And so when you need a county government or state job, it's going to require you to have that experience. Mm-hmm. And so I believe that you know volunteering early, getting to know other people, networking, is what ultimately you know helps you become a better student. And the advice that I would have for you, and just like me, I don't think I landed this job because of my education. It's all about who I meet. And so you know that's my advice I would have
All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for letting me interview you.
for you. No problem.